referee is Joseph Karam. Jack Richardson Tom Davidson on for Dale Southwell.
Elliot, it's defeating the FA Cup. What are your thoughts this afternoon?
Obviously really disappointed. Felt the game was a really scrappy affair. I think, they mentioned the pitch before the game. I don't know if that changed how they played because they went quite direct against us. And then I just felt that we got, not suckered in, but we started to do the same thing. And I think we just went long. That's not how we want to play and that's not how I want to play. So yeah, it just became a battle really. A game with very few chances and obviously really disappointing to come off the end of a 1-0 defeat to an arguable penalty, but then after that we huffed and puffed but just didn't create enough to make it count.
It was the last 5 minutes, that first half, and the first couple of minutes in the second half that had all of the action. What did you make of the two penalty shouts, or the penalty for Grimsby and then your potential penalty as well?
Again, I haven't seen it, but the disappointing thing with the first, I felt it was outside the box when it first happened. It was rather soft as well. I think I heard the ref saying that there wasn't a lot of contact, but there was enough. And then speaking to the linesman, asking why he didn't give it as outside, he said that he buzzed the referee, but the ref didn't come over. And speaking to the ref at the end, he said that he had a good view of it. So like I said, I haven't seen it and I'm not making any excuses, whether it was in or out, but them decisions, I hope he has got it right because that was the difference today. And then the one with Ethan, I felt it was, but I'm going to say that. But to give a goal kick, I don't understand how that can happen. Ethan asked the ref why it was a goal kick. He said because Ethan kicked it out. Ethan then asked, well, what did their player kick? And he said you. So he obviously didn't think there was enough contact to give that penalty, but when the one we lose is so soft and then we don't get it, you feel a bit down. But like I said, all credit to Grimsby first and foremost. They battled it really hard and took away a scrappy 1-0 win. So really disappointing for us, but it's one of them where we can be a lot better.
Were you disappointed in the second half, the lack of chances created for your side?
Yeah, so we changed it up. We brought Raymond on at half time, trying to give us that extra bit going forward. But I just felt the game, again, how Grimsby managed it and sort of made it quite a direct game. And then we didn't really get a foothold in it either. And it was sort of a basketball match end to end. And that's not what we want. We want a lot more control in games. But again, at the same time, it's first real competitive game. Whatever you say about pre-season doesn't matter. Obviously, the disappointing thing is, yeah, we didn't create enough. We battled hard, we worked hard. So the intensity and how the desire to do well for the club was there, but we just lacked that little bit of quality.
You mentioned Raymond there. First of all, give us your first impressions of him. Why did you want to bring him to the club, and your decision to start him on the bench this afternoon?
Yeah, I just think as a squad, we're very robust. We've got a lot of work rate, but we don't really have that raw pace at the top end of the pitch, who can play a number of positions. So we've seen today flashes of him, that what he can do. I just think working with us, because he wasn't able to train on Thursday, so didn't want to throw him straight in without knowing how we play or being around the lads. So I think today will be good for him, just to see formation wise how we work, what we want of him. He's only 20 years old, so there's still a lot more to come from him.
And no Tyler Winters though, can you give us a bit of an update on him?
Yeah, so obviously really frustrating for me. We thought he was registered to play. I think I said on the last game that he was available, but paperwork, something that Peterborough Sports have missed, and then we only found that out sort of 48 hours ago, and we're still waiting now. The FA have got a backlog. I don't know, it's just a big mess. It's really frustrating for me as a manager, because Ty, as a young lad, where he's played, he's still a big player for us. So when you're going into the first game without your top striker, when you're not scoring goals, it's obviously not ideal, and I think it showed today.
And just finally, we're looking ahead to Shepshed next Saturday then, first league game. What do you need to see differently to avoid an opening day defeat?
I think just more positivity going forward. We need to keep the ball on the floor, simple as that. We haven't got a team, we haven't built a team to just go direct and long, and I think when times are tough, it's easy to do that. So we'll be working with the lads that have that bravery on the ball to go and get on it and make things happen. I think more players flooding the box, really getting forward, because I think defensively we were really solid today. They didn't create much against us, but like I said, at the same time we didn't create anywhere near enough. So there's a lot that I've seen. The disappointing thing, pre-season at home, we haven't scored a goal, so that's obviously something I really want to change. But today's really disappointing, but it's not going to define our season. Everyone wants an FA Cup run, but it's all about the league. So lads know what we need to do, and I know what we need to do and work on. I said it's not going to be instant success overnight. We are building something new here, so it will take a bit of time, but hopefully that starts on Saturday with a positive result.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We're back on AFCRDTV and here at Hayden Road for Saturday afternoon in the FA Cup extra preliminary round. It finishes AFC Rushden Diamonds 0, Grimsby Borough 1. I'm with the captain of Diamonds, Jake Duffy. You have the dubious honor of doing a post-game interview here. And Jake, to say needlessly, that was a very disappointing, frustrating result for Diamonds.
Yeah, I don't think there's necessarily a lot in the game, but penalties probably cost us. Questions of the penalty, but that's football. It is what it is. Move on to the league.
Football, beautiful game, but it's also a cruel game.
We're back, aren't we? We're back to having this feeling after defeat.
The first half was sort of back and forth, a stalemate. Maybe Grimsby shaded it just the least little bit. What did you think about the first half?
Yeah, I think they probably played the pitch better. They got the ball forward, played off the second ball. We were probably a bit sloppy on the ball and probably tried to play rather than play in areas, but again, it's something that we'll take into the league and hopefully we can improve.
I'll try to be polite. In the 45th minute, the penalty, that was a bit of a soft penalty, a harsh call on Diamonds.
Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Personally, I thought it was soft, but I've never known the referee to change his mind, so it is what it is.
And what did Elliot Sandy, the manager, have to say to the lads, to your team at halftime?
Just to probably, again, play forward quicker, more movement, win more battles, just try and get a foothold in the game.
And everybody knows Diamonds have essentially like a new team this season. I guess the chemistry is still evolving, and unfortunately nothing really materialized in the second half.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think, again, like you said, new team gelling together. We've had moments, the Harbour game, I feel like that was as a team, even though we lost, that togetherness was there. Today, just a typical probably first game of the season where I just felt that a little bit short. Probably whoever scores first just go on to win the game.
Now, this is my first time, obviously, to interview you here on AFCRDTV. I'd like to ask new players, growing up as a young kid, young lad, did you have a favorite player? And is there a team that you support, maybe in the Premier League?
Yeah, Newcastle, Wiltshire, the obvious.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. So you're Geordie, is it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, they did win a trophy last season.
Yeah,
Well done. Finally, Jake, the next game, of course, there's always the next game. One week from today, another home match at Hayden Road, and this will be in the league against Shepshed Dynamo. Early thoughts about that match?
Like I say, I think we'll get together Tuesday, Thursday. It's a great support. It's my first, obviously, competitive game. The support was unreal. The support's coming out. It was really nice. Hopefully, we can give them something to shout about.
Yeah, we had over 400 today. Maybe let's shoot for 500 next Saturday.
Let's hope so.
All right, thanks for your time, Jake.
No problem. Thank you.
Cheers.
Don't leave me hanging.
Okay, all right, okay.
I don't need love.